When you drink alcohol, it makes your brain feel good. The problem is that when your BAC declines, you go into a state of rebound and you crash. Now I'm going to show you what you can do about it so you don't crash after consuming alcohol with science. Now everybody knows that when you drink alcohol, it can lead to mild dehydration. But mild dehydration is not the main reason you feel bad the day after drinking alcohol. Because if it were, then why would alcohol be hard on your brain and your liver? Obviously, the effects of alcohol consumption are more complex than simple dehydration. What happens is that alcohol binds to a specific receptor on the brain called GABA. And this is what makes you feel relaxed, carefree, and generally good. And while your BAC is on the incline, you feel good. But as your BAC goes on the decline, you start to go into a state of rebound, and this is what makes you feel irritated, stressed, and generally bad. This whole process is called GABA rebound. The question is, what can we do to buffer this crash so that we sleep better and feel better the next morning when we wake up? This right here is a product called Cheers Restore, and it is an after alcohol aid. And you just take 3 capsules with or as close to your last alcoholic beverage or before going to bed to support your liver and help you feel better the next day. And basically, it makes it so you don't have this big crash after consuming alcohol. Let me explain. So a lot of people when they drink alcohol try to feel better by just drinking water. But what you should do is use Cheers Restore because it has a flavonoid in it called dihydromycin. And this will bind to the same brain receptor that alcohol binds to. And by doing so, will actually buffer this rebound so that you sleep better and end up waking up feeling better the next day. Shake that up. And now we have water with Cheers in it. So if we get the Cheers into our bloodstream, which is going to get DHM, okay, we got it. So now, rather than alcohol leaving our bloodstream and leaving these receptors uncovered so that they pop when you drink alcohol, now basically the DHM is binding to the GABA receptor and it is satiating this receptor, which is going to reduce this rebound. And so rather than popping like a normal balloon, that's not actually going to happen. When you drink alcohol, alcohol uses an enzyme called ADH and then converts into acetaldehyde. And acetaldehyde is 20 times more toxic than alcohol is itself. So when people say that alcohol is toxic, well, alcohol itself is really not that toxic. It's the acetaldehyde that's so toxic, and that is what puts stress on your liver and one of the reasons that alcohol is so bad for you long term. And then your liver uses an enzyme called ALDH to convert acetaldehyde into acetate, which is basically just non-toxic vinegar, and then you pee it out. Within Cheers Restore, there are 2 ingredients that help with acetaldehyde. The first is dihydromycin. So not only will dihydromycin bind to the same brain receptor that alcohol binds to, the GABA receptor, and by doing so buffer this rebound, it will also speed up the activity of the enzyme ALDH, meaning you can process acetaldehyde faster. But there is also an amino acid in Cheers Restore called L-cysteine. And L-cysteine, while it's typically known as a liver support, if you take it in the presence of acetaldehyde, will actually bind to acetaldehyde and form a non-toxic compound called MTCA. And what this does is it effectively neutralizes this acetaldehyde so that you have 2 ways of clearing acetaldehyde. You can clear it through the speed up of ALDH, and you can clear it through neutralizing it by converting it into MTCA. And so in that way, Cheers is dual action in how it reduces acetaldehyde, but also how it reduces GABA rebound.